Hello, 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 hello. Welcome once again to a Prog Reborn. My name is Coastler. Today we are continuing on our journey, our progression style journey through Final Fantasy XIV. If you don't know what that means, progression style journey, you can always click on the link in the description below. And if you are in chat, you can type in !intro, like I did just a few moments ago, to get that same link for my video explaining exactly what a progression style journey is. If you like the type of content that I'm doing, go ahead and give a like to the stream. Whether you're watching live or watching on a VOD, doesn't matter to me. It helps either way. And if you'd like to know the next time that I go live, easiest and best way at the moment is to just hit that subscribe button so that you get those go live notifications. One final warning. This is not a reaction playthrough. This is not my first time playing this game. So if you're worried about any sort of spoilers between now, which is still patch 2.0, and patch 6.5, then this is your warning to bail out. I can bring up anything from any point, whether it's supplemental material, whether it's later story stuff, because I feel knowing that context and thinking about that context adds a little more to the situation. So if you're worried about any of that, this is your warning to get out now. So my last stream was not New Year's Eve, it was the New Year's Eve, and I think I said that I was gonna do New Year's Eve, but then I got distracted by something else going on. So we're gonna do a New Year's Day instead, and with the New Year's, we have a new holiday event, seasonal event, Heavensturn. Which I said when we were talking about our, what did they call the last one? Not Season's Greetings. What did they call the last one? Starlight Festival, I think is what it was called. If I were playing in real time back in 2.0, if they would have had one of these events, which I don't know if they specifically had, you know, Heavensturn or what have you, but if they would have had any sort of seasonal event, it would have been available to me. So I didn't see a problem in doing it. And two, there's no real reason to be like, oh, I'm going to abstain from doing this one-time thing. At the end of the day, like I say in my introductory video, it's about having fun, not about sticking hard and fast to a rigorous set of rules and, you know, restarting if you break the rule for some random reason or another. So we're gonna do Heavensturn on this character. I have not actually done this yet on my main, so this will be my first time going through it. We got a weird little baby chocobo in a dragon, right? Because it's Year of the Dragon on the Asian Zodiac. Let's go. To be a mascot, Ryu Mitsuki seeks the aid of a kindly adventurer. Well met, my friend, and welcome to our festivities. I am known in my homeland of Hingashi as the Ryu Metsuki, and it is my delegation's solemn charge to share our Heavensturn custom with the peoples of Eorzea, that we might join hands in revelry. Although Heavensturn is observed in both our lands to mark the coming of a new year, there is a difference between our traditions. Here in Eorzea, a deity is chosen from among the 12 to preside over the heavens, while in the far east we honor one of the 12 noble beasts. And this year, the beast is the mighty Ryu, the creature you Eorzeans might liken to a dragon. Now, in order to liven up the festivities, we decided to have a pair of horsebird hatchlings, or should I say chocobo chicks, serve as mascots. Winsomely dressed in draconic attire, we are certain that they would delight all who laid eyes upon them. However, when the Ryu Bugyo, the leader of our delegation, presented one of the chicks to the crowd, the reception was disappointingly muted. No, not where we erred. I say you are an adventurer, are you not? In the course of dispensing aid, you must have acquired some insight into the people's interests. Loath though I am to impose, will you not help us to identify our plan's failings? In doing so, we may find a way to win over the locals with our mascots. You have my thanks. To begin, I ask that you seek out the Ryu Bugyo. For want of a passerby, she decided to wander around this plaza with her hatchling. When you find her, pray ask for her account of our dilemma, and thence help us find the solution. Why do you turn that way? Oh, you're pointing at her. We got a Laminson lass. Why is this chocobo chick wearing that costume? Oh, curious about our delegation too, are you? That is well, for I was just about to introduce our mascot, Ryunosuke, to this young lady. I really hate the bounce. Feast your eyes upon a horsebird among horsebirds, the pinnacle of plumage. I dare say Heavensturn has never hatched a mascot as utterly charming as our regal Ryu. Oh, he's certainly adorable, but what's a Ryu? Why do you have him dressed up in that costume? An excellent question. You see, we wish to present the charms of the chocobo and the Ryu in a lovable package. Just look at him waggle his scaly tail. It's an exquisite combination, you must agree. And it would be remiss of me not to mention the craftsmanship that went into the outfit. Our weavers spared no effort to evoke the mighty and majesty of the Ryu in the diminutive form before you. The finished product is simply divine, is it not? I suppose. I still don't know what a Ryu is, but never mind. Thank you for letting me play with him. Yet again, I failed to convey the virtues of our mascot. You come at the Ryu Metsuki's behest. I should be most grateful for your aid, adventurer. I seek only to share our mascot's charms with the people of Eorzea, but my every attempt has ended in failure, as you have witnessed. Try as I might, I cannot see what I'm doing wrong. If you have any advice, anything at all, I would be most eager to hear it. Thor was on good, but you can't forget the other things. You may want to talk more about the Ryu. Talk about the Ryu, you say? Rather than tediously explaining tradition, I had hoped that to initiate the people through our mascots. You believe it is not enough? It might avail me to speak with the young girl as well. Let her gaze upon Ryunosuke once more and... Where'd it go? Oh, wherever did our little mascot go? Followed after the girl, you say? You must find him, and quickly. Please, adventurer, will you not help with the search? Thank you. Now, then, I believe the girl set off in the direction of the tavern. The Drowning Witch, was it? Winch, was it? If we find her, I dare say we will find Ryunosuke. Boom, 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 boom. If I remember correctly, you get like a mask for each year that you do these. Ah, thank goodness, you're here. I've been asking this guardswoman about the girl, but I'm struggling to make myself understood. Perhaps you can clear things up? Lady says she's looking for a girl with a Ryu, but I haven't the faintest idea what that is. Chocobo chick. Imagine a dragon, a tiny green dragon with googly eyes. I'm imagining it all right, but I can't say I've actually seen... Actually, hold that thought. Now that you mention it, there was a chocobo chick wearing what looked like a dragon costume. If that's your Ryu, then I saw it waddling after a young girl. I'm afraid I didn't observe where they went, though. Sorry if I couldn't be of help. Many thanks for the assistance. In my haste, I neglected to explain the meaning of the word Ryu. As the Ryu Metsuki told me, the creature doesn't exist in Eosia. If I had begun by clarifying that it is similar to a dragon, I could have avoided the Oh, I dare say I know why our mascot was so struggled to win over the masses. I shall speak with the guardswoman a little more, in case she has aught else of note to share. Once I am finished, I plan to scour the upper decks. In the meantime, might I trouble you to search the lower decks? Once we have finished, let us reconvene at Bulwark Hall. Where in the lower decks? Next to here. Bulwark Hall anyways. This is the guy that, if you start in Limsa, you have to talk with before you can, like, it's like the very, Wymund in Ul'dah. You have to talk with this person before you can do anything else. A young lass and a chocobo chick. I spied them walking past the Aetheryte, though I couldn't say where they went from there. Here's the girl. This is for ventures, which I don't think that I can do yet. A girl with an oddly dressed chocobo chick. She passed just by here earlier. She looked a little lost, so I asked her if she needed help, but she told me she was fine. She was heading to the Ageless River. Though I left it at that, I can't help but worry for her out there on her own. I hope you find her soon. Ageless River. I thought the Ageless River was outside. In Middle Enosia. I know the lass you're after. Sibley's her name, and she's the daughter of a fellow merchant. A good friend of mine, in fact. You'd be hard-pressed to find a happier father and daughter. They go fishing at the river together all the time, they do. But he'll soon set sail for faraway lands, I'm told. Sibley's worried sick, and for good reason. The ocean's a fickle mistress, and even a simple voyage could cost a man his life. Anyway, she came here earlier, but I'm afraid I couldn't say where she is now. Perhaps someone else can help you there. Believe you have enough information, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. While I'm here, let's... set this all about. Sell. Up for sale. Sell for really anything. Sell. Sell. Trust. Entrust. Heidi 299. Trust, entrust. Cool. This is the quest that lets you know that the rogue class exists. It is technically not available. This rogue isn't available until like 2.4. There you are. By your triumphant expression, I hope you've learned something of the little girl and our mascot. So the girl Sibley was headed for the Ageless River. That you should find just the information we need is auspicious indeed. For my part, in the course of speaking with the locals, I was able to learn more about dragons. That is, while they have many similarities with the Ryu of the Far East, they are in fact different creatures. I have been under the impression that they were one and the same, but be it their folklore or their status in mortal society, they are quite distinct. I'd assumed that the people of Eorzea were like me, that they thought the Ryu was simply a dragon by another name. I suppose it's a little wonder that Sibley looked so puzzled during our first encounter. When we next find her, I shall do my utmost to explain the true meaning of our mascot. Now, off to the Ageless River with us. Boom, boom. I don't think we're gonna get into a fight, but you never know. Sometimes these things have duties associated with them. I think even either last Heavensturn or 2 Heavensturns ago. Way. Wish you didn't have to go, Papa. Huh? You're the adventurer from before. What are you doing here? Oh, thank the Kami. We found you, Sibley. And the lady in the fancy helmet, too. How did you know my name? I see. I'm sorry to have caused you both trouble. I just wanted to visit my papa's favorite fishing spot, but your chocobo chick ended up following me all the way. Oh, he's safe with you for now. Well, he's safe with you now. If there's nothing else, I'll be off. Pray wait a moment. In the course of searching for Ryunosuke, we couldn't help but learn that your father will soon embark upon a voyage, that it left you feeling troubled. We realize we are but strangers, but if you're not adverse, will you not talk with us about it? It's all right. My papa, he He's headed to Hingashi for trade. I heard that it's a long and dangerous journey, and it made me worried. I wanted to pray to the navigator to keep him safe at sea. But then I found out that Limlane wasn't chosen this Heavensturn, and it made me worry even more. I see. As you say, it isn't the navigator, but the keeper who presides over the heavens this year. But if not the navigator, I thought I could at least pray to a god from the Far East. That's why I went to talk to you. So that's the way of it. You came to me hoping to beseech our divinities to protect your father. But in my fervor to showcase our mascot, I failed to lend an ear to your earnest desire. Well, I hear you now, young one, and I shall tell you a tale about the Ryu that will grant you comfort. I just need to recall a suitable one, something that ideally features the ocean. Quick. Oh, what's got into you, little one? Curious what lies that way, are you? It's a place called Woad Whisper Canyon. Papa told me that waterfalls appeared there after the calamity, and they changed the flow of the Nim River. Waterfalls changing the course of a river. I believe I have the perfect tale for you, Sibley. One that will bolster your spirits as your father departs on his journey. Let us head to these waterfalls, that we might avail ourselves of their ambience. Even Ryonosuke is keen, and we wouldn't want to ignore such a fortuitous omen. Surprised you actually get experience. Let's talk to these folks first. A story that'll give me comfort. I wonder what it's about. The Ryu Bugyo has a mine to make for Woad Whisper Canyon. Come, let us head to these waterfalls. They would provide the perfect setting for my tale. Let's see, can I make this jump? Yes. Up here, I gotta go down. Like I gotta go down. Can't make that jump either. Wait. Supposed to be up? I looked over there and I didn't see it. Now I see her. Further down. I was looking like this. They're big waterfalls, aren't they? Let us begin. The Ryu is a creature that shares many similarities with the dragons of Eorzea, but as I myself recently discovered, it is in fact a distinct being. Why is this shit going on? Nor is there just one Ryu. Nay, there exists myriad individuals, all of whom have their own tales. And the creature I will speak about is the mighty Seiryu, one of the four lords whose legend holds birth a great waterfall in the Far East. Where? It does sound exciting, doesn't it? In the region of Yangsha flows the One River, and its plentiful waters nourish nearby lands. In ages past, it is said Seiryu drank so deeply of the river that he altered its very course, and in doing so gave rise to a waterfall, the Dragon's Struggle. While it's not widely known, Seiryu was also regarded as a guardian deity who protected people from disasters of water. Disasters like storms and floods. Indeed. Long ago, it was believed that calamities could be quelled by sacrificing a young maiden to a divine beast such as Siriu. And while no written records exist, there is a tale of a seaside village that fell in the path of a raging storm. Desperate to calm the heavens, the villagers offered unto Siriu one of their daughters. However, Siriu showed no interest whatsoever in the young girl. To merely know that the villagers' plight was enough for him, it seemed, and he turned to the course of the storm and spared them untold devastation. A benevolent being is Siriu, who wields his power over water for good. Even now he hears our prayers and protects us and our loved ones from harm. That, my dear, is just one example of the noble beasts we celebrate this Heavensturn. Together let us offer a prayer to Siriu and wish your father safe travels in calm waters. That sounds perfect. Thank you, miss. We must thank Ryunosuke as well. Were it not for him, I might not have recalled the tale of Siriu. Now I can pray to Siriu for safe travels, adventurer. Or perhaps you already heard this story. That was my first time hearing it too. I'll talk about that when I'm done with this. Really? Well, then I'm glad we could hear it together. Now that I think on it, miss, you said that no written record exists of that tale. How did you come to know it? An astute observation, Sibley. You see, my family is said to be descended from the maiden who was offered to Siriu. As long ago as the events took place, there is no way to confirm the tale's veracity. But if true, then it is by the grace of Siriu that I am here alive. Thus I have made it my mission to spread the word of his noble kind. Looking back from the time you followed after Sibley, it is as if you've been guiding me, little one. I may be your caretaker, but it was you who was watching over me. Just like an honest-to-God's Ryu. With this, I now know what I must do to initiate people into our traditions. And I shall continue doing so for as long as the Ryu reigns in the heavens. Come, let us head back to the city together. We wouldn't want to make your father worry now, would we, Sibley? Boom, 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 boom. Back to the aft castle. Is that so? Glad am I to hear that our adventurer friend was of assistance. There you are, adventurer. Lest you wonder, young Sibley is now safely home, and I have just apprised the Ryu Mitsuki of our fruitful outing. Now that I have discovered a more suitable approach to my draconic dilemma, I wish to wander the city again for onlookers. Though I regret to impose upon you once more, your support with Sibley was most helpful. Might you accompany me while I make the rounds about the area? With your discerning eyes, I'm certain that you could readily identify those who might be receptive to our message. What say you? I'm truly grateful. Come, let us set forth at once. Accompanying me, yeah. Okay. What do we got? Are there any conversation points? Doesn't seem like it. Hmm. What the hell is that chocobo chick supposed to be dressed up as? Ryunosuke here is wearing a costume that mimics the Ryu, dragons of the Far East. It is held that these creatures have mastery over water, and a sailor such as yourself may benefit from knowing about them. If you ask me, it looks more like a sea serpent. Hold it. Have anything to do with that thrice damned primal Leviathan, would it? I assure you there's no connection whatsoever. Far from causing disasters of water, the Ryu is a benevolent beast that protects us from them. If you are interested in knowing more, I invite you to seek us out at the Aft Castle. Is that right? Still here in Limsa, we got the Navigator. That's all the protection we need on the high seas. Ah yes, I understand the people of your nation look to Lim Lane to favor them with safe voyages. Be that as it may, disasters of water can strike beyond the bounds of the sea, in which case placing your faith in the Ryu could provide you with added assurance. Suppose it don't hurt to have more friends in high places, as it were. Fine, I'll go and see what this is all about. Ryu and Dragon, East and West. While the differences between our cultures are numerous indeed, we have much and more to learn from one another. Together with Ryunosuke, I hope to leave a favorable impression. I would think that Lim Lane is also handles like storms and stuff. Hold on. Whew, excuse me. Because I think Lim Lane's the Navigator wouldn't be about the waters. It would be about air. I think Lim Lane's a god of air. Yes? How can I assist you and your curiously dressed chocobo chick? If I may shed some light on the mystery of our mascot, little Ryunosuke here is named for the Ryu, dragons of the Far East. Oh, I thought dragons were supposed to be fearsome. This fellow looks anything but. Our costume companion notwithstanding, the Ryu is in fact a powerful and fearsome beast. Yet by the same token, they are fondly regarded as symbols of good fortune. If you'd be curious about them, we would be glad to tell you more at the Aft Castle. A being that's regarded with both fear and fondness. Intriguing. Perhaps I'll pay a quick visit to the Aft Castle before returning to work. Oh, what I was gonna say, all that stuff about Siryu, there's probably an additional option to choose from. Would you have, if you would have already done the Four Lords stuff? By the gods, I had just resolved to salve my soul with the sight of adorable creatures this year. What should appear but the most charming of chocobo chicks? What's your name, little one? And what's that winsome outfit you're wearing? You have a keen eye, sir. This little fellow is Ryunosuke, and he is dressed as a Ryu, a dragon of the Far East. Thus, by attiring Eorzea's favorite beast of burden, we hope to create a symbol of friendship between our lands. Well, now that's adorable. This adorable form should harbor such splendid symbolism. I had never heard of this Ryu before, but now I'm keen to know more. In that case, sir, I invite you to seek us out of the Aft Castle anon. There we will be glad to answer all your questions. Excellent, we shall head there at once. Oh, what a relief to see the locals take an interest in the Ryu. I dare say we've gathered enough people, so let's head back to the Aft Castle. Boom, boom. I am dreading the eventual need to grind these disciples of the hand, more like it. So our Bugyo makes her triumphant return. You have done a tremendous job to pique the interest of so many. You're too kind, Mitsuke. None of this would have been possible without the adventurer in Ryunosuke's help. There you are, miss. My papa wanted to meet you, so I brought him. You are the kindly folks who helped my sibling. I haven't the words to properly thank you, but I'm truly grateful for what you've done. I'm glad to see my girl smiling again. Pray do not mention it, sir. We too owe Sibley much and more. How fares the preparation for your journey, if I may ask? Very well, thank you. And with Sibley praying to the legendary Siryu for my safety, no matter how far I venture from home, I've no doubt that all will be well. I shall pray for your safety as well. What little we might do to help you on your way, we gladly do it. Indeed. While sharing the blessing of the divine beasts is a fine thing, not as more rewarding to our delegation than fostering friendship between our lands. For all the help you've afforded us, I wish to give you a proper reward, yet I do not know what might be suitable. Quick. Ryunosuke, are you saying you wish to accompany our adventurer friend? I believe the little one wishes to be your charm against tumultuous waters. He would be hard-pressed to choose a better companion. We still have Ryuji to aid us in our work, so if you wish, Ryunosuke is yours. Ryunosuke, my little guardian, thank you for everything. May your divine aura keep our friends safe. And may you and yours enjoy the rest of the Heavensturn season, my friend. Know that where the Ryu roars, good fortune shall be upon you. Boom, 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 boom. Wish to draw Omikuji, the Omikujishi has returned to offer his services for the remainder of the celebration. Right. Furthermore, 12 extra fortunes have been divined this year. Keep a watchful eye on the adventure section of your Omikuji. Discover what new journeys might lie in wait for you. Interesting. I don't know if I know this. Let's look over here. Next time on Dragon Bow. Got the festival supplier. Sony's meal. Some advent cakes. Tomorrow to you, my lord. I am the Ryudoshin, a member of a far eastern delegation come to share our traditions of Heavensturn with the good people of Eorzea. If there's aught you would know of this year's celebration, you only ask. What do you do here? Allow me to thank you once more on behalf of our delegation, my lord. You were a great help to the Ryu Bugyo, and it is thanks to your endeavors that the festival flourishes once again. We have also welcomed the Omikujushi to this year's festivities. If you wish to draw an Omikuji, he will be offering his services for the remainder of the celebration. If you're unfamiliar with the festival, the tradition has a rich history which dates back centuries, but I do not wish to bore you, so I shall try to keep my summation in brief. Heavensturn is a celebration that marks the start of a new year, though the way in which it is observed differs from region to region. Here in Eorzea, it is said that the 12 select one among them to keep vigil over the realm until the next passing of the 12 moons. I believe this year it is Ulfic, the keeper of time and the surveyor of space, who has been in charge of this duty. In the Far East, however, the changing of the year is heralded by one of the 12 totem animals. As you have no doubt discerned from my helm, this year we pay homage to the mighty Ryu. I speak of a creature you might liken to a dragon. Righty. Though we leave Ryunosuke in your care, his younger brother, Ryuji, appears content to remain here and celebrate. It is a joy to see him so fervently flapping about in his draconic attire. May Ryunosuke serve you well, my friend, and may the blessings of the Ryu be upon you always. You're so lucky, Papa. I'll pray to Siryu and ask him to give you lots of good fortune. Well, what do I know? It says great fortune. That bodes well for my voyage. Oh, these folks. As Moki Daikon, it is my duty to distribute festive rice cakes to our patrons, and our Moki stores can barely keep up with the demands of this Heavensturn. I take your earnest endeavors are to think for that, adventurer? Fair fortune, is it? I'll be happy to take that over the alternative. Let's see, according to this Omikuji, good fortune is upon me. Y'all were here last year when they introduced to this thing. Greetings, my friend. I deal in Omikuji, traditional Far Eastern fortunes. Would you care to draw one? Omikuji date back thousands of years. It is said that 12 beasts of Far Eastern legend, known locally as messengers of the divine, once appeared before a monk in his dreams and imparted to him 12 divine revelations each. Believing the vast wisdom bestowed upon him was not his alone to keep, the monk compiled each of the 12 revelations from the 12 beasts into fortunes, 144 all told, and then began a journey to spread his knowledge to others for the benefit of all. As he traveled the land, word of his fortunes spread far and wide throughout the Far East. That is, my friend, is how Omikuji came to be. I am but a man who, over the course of many winters, has come to find himself enthralled by the mysteries surrounding the number 12. The 12 beasts of the Far East, the 12 deities of Eorzea, and the 12 surnames of Vera males. Do you not find your own curiosity piqued by how the number appears in myriad cultures around the star? I cannot help but wonder if there's some connection we have yet to discover. It was during my journey to uncover this mystery that I discovered the Omikuji, and it is the Omikuji which have led me to where I stand today. Ah, but forgive me, I have yet to tell you my name. It is Taiyaki at present. Though we Viera, who have chosen to venture from our homeland, are prone to changing our names on a whim, I'm a rather unusual case. I switch between 12 different names depending on the outlook of my fortune. You may draw as many as you like, but know you must pay a fee of 100 gil per draw. Very good. I shall be happy to oblige. Great fortune. Thou shalt experience extraordinary fortune. Keep these words of guidance in thy heart. Why isn't my... There it is. Trying to get the snipping tool to work. Auspicious encounters await amidst the hustle and bustle of cities. Fortunate are those who do not stray from their friends. Prosperity shall come. Be honest in thy business dealings. Beyond repetition lieth truth. Neglect not thy training. Be kind like unto the lover, and thou shalt receive kindness in return. Right. That's why I took my snippet. How'd you fare? Whether it was the desired result or otherwise, I pray the words imparted by the fortune serve to guide you in the coming days. Don't remember what these were. Highway robbery. Just double check. Highway robbery. 2.2. Okay. That's to get oh, that's to get the kobold. That's the same thing here. Those are both for tribal reputations. Can't do either of those yet. All right. So I think that means we are done with Heavensturn. So since we are already here, let's go ahead and switch over to doing the scholar job quest. Alkazolka has news which should be of great interest to you. Good to see you, Em. I have made yet another discovery which pertains to you and your scholarly arts. I have come into possession of several ancient engravings, including some which show the traditional raiments of Nemean scholars. In fact, the extraordinary detail of these illustrations, coupled with information gleaned from other sources, was sufficient to deduce their design. At present, it is impossible to say how historically accurate my designs are. That is why I propose we enlist the aid of Eosia's preeminent artisans, so that we might recreate these garments. Should they prove sufficiently authentic, I expect your fairy will regain more of her missing memories. In the hands of a preeminent weaver, say Master Redolent Rose of Sunsilk Tapestries, this information should be sufficient. But you cannot journey to Ul'dah until you have gathered the leaves of a direwort. My text explicitly mentioned that the plant pigments were used to dye Nemean uniforms. Alas, direwort is much rarer than it was in the days of yore. It can only be found in the fogfins for now. Unless you think I mean to make you do all the work, worry not. While you scour Mordona for the plant, I will contact Master Rose and convince him to help, though I doubt it will require much effort. Redolent Rose, I believe, is the... Oh, not Camp Dragon. It's Toll. Redolent Rose, I believe, is the Masked Rose in the Gold Saucer. beat up on some nicks. Those. Boom, ba, boom, ba, boom. How many of these do I need? 2 more. And I love having Ruin too. I know it's you know, being able to stop cast perfectly and all that. That's the perfect, or that's how you're supposed to do it. But Ruin 2 is so nice for moments like this. Alright, there's my Nyx. Let's hope nobody turns around randomly on me. Don't turn this way. Okay, you did, but you didn't see me. That's good. While I'm in the area, I think I'm gonna fight. Heard me. Some Aquarius. And obviously switch over to Summoner if I wanted to. How are we doing here? Got just a spin. Alrighty. Back to where we need to be. More Bulgur. Oh, this is for a different quest. I was like, that's weird that it would just show me the Direwolf Shrub. Two different quests. Get the shrub first. Rose. I think that's Nightmare. I don't remember which specific horse that is. This is the Weaver's Guild. I suppose you do have a rather scholarly air about you. Expecting you in. Have you the leaves in the Alcazolka's designs, then? A thesis written by Alcazolka on the proper habiliment of a scholar. The deep blue-green sap extracted from the tiny leaves of this fleshy plant was once used across Vilbrin to dye cloth. Crafting raiments that have not been seen in 1500 years. This is indeed a daunting challenge. But it is but one aspect, or what is one I suspect, I will enjoy a great deal, for rare is the day that a weaver revives ancient fashion. I shall begin at once. You may observe if you like, but be aware it will be a lengthy process. It has been some time since I labored with such intensity. I adhered to Alcazolka's designs as best I could, though there were certain aspects I felt compelled to change. His lack of familiarity with textiles and weaving led to what I can only assume are errors. You will note that I could only complete the culottes. That's like the cuffs. This is because the other garments require skills which I do not possess. Miss Serendipity and Geva of the Goldsmiths and Leatherworkers Guilds, respectively, can provide the finishing touches on the remaining pieces. Ah, but you were unaware that I could not craft the full set by myself, weren't you? Very well, I shall send word to them on your behalf, Em. We need only visit each guild and present to them my unfinished work. Alrighty. Oh no, it's the pants. First is Serendipity at the Goldsmiths Guild. If you don't know Serendipity, you might recognize Serendipity. You ever play Air Force One at the Gold Saucer? Sometimes on the path you'll see Serendipity and one of her mammoths. Greetings, Em. Red said that you'd be along shortly. Let's see that mortarboard. The finishing touches are all that await these fine pieces of scholarly raiments. This shouldn't take long. Wait here a moment. Here it is as promised. Amazing what a difference a mythal tassel can make, isn't it? Wear with pride, Em. Now off you go, and be sure to enjoy your time in Gridania. Gridania. I think we can do a return. Yes. And then Leather Workers Guild. I am the man who would single-handedly revive the scholarly arts. Alright then, show me what you've got. Same as before. On the description there. Master Rose's work is marvelous as to be expected. This will be a pleasure. Here you go. One pair of fingerless buffalo leather gloves. Perfect for the scholar who prefers that his protection does not come at the cost of dexterity. Oh, the boots. Belly will see to those. He is an expert cordwainer, so you needn't worry about the quality. Besides, I've already spoiled you by making your gloves for free. You're the scholar, yes? Been instructed to assist you. Here, please let me see Master Rose's work. His craftsmanship is amazing. I cannot wait to get started. Here you are, sir. Made of the finest boar and buffalo leather, in accordance with Alcazolca's designs, which are very impressive, I must say. He must be dying to see the completed set. I know I would be, and had I gone to such great lengths. You ought to surprise him by wearing the garments when you next meet him. We have most of everything, but we still need the torso. That doesn't come till 50. Is there only one quest for Scholar? By the gods, I feel as though I've been transported backward through time. You're the very image of a Nemean scholar's avowed. Well, minus the gown, but still, never in my wildest dreams did I think it would turn out this well. I see you approve as well, little one. Suffice it to say, we can consider this a great success. Alcazolca wishes to propose another way you might rekindle your fairy's memories. Ah, yes, I forgot to mention that while I was awaiting your return, I made considerable progress with deciphering my Nemean tablets. Much of what I had learned until now was to pertain to the roles of the scholars within the military. However, these latest texts offer insight into a scholar's activities during times of peace. As you can imagine, they were not the sort to let their restorative magics go to waste. One particularly stirring account describes their selfless efforts to combat the spread of a virulent plague, which at one point threatened to engulf all of Nim. Naturally, they did so with the aid of their fairies, which is why I believe that similar acts of charity may serve to further awaken your winged companion. If you're in mind to test my theory, why not go to Camp Bronzelake? You'll find no shortage of sick and wounded there. Rukusa Farusa would doubtlessly welcome your services were you to offer them. He presides over the Warm Wine Sanatorium, so be sure to have a word with him if you decide to go. Bronze Lake. Give me one moment. Ooh. Just my seat. Hello and welcome to Bronze Lake. If you desire treatment, I beg your pardon, you wish you would administer treatment. Are you even qualified to? Wade, you must be M the Scholar. We're happy to accept any assistance you can provide. I'm told that you possess magics which can cleanse the body of toxins, impurities, and maladies. At the present, we have 5 patients visiting the spring who would benefit from this care. Pray attend to these individuals and return to me when finished. Gotta Asuna a bunch of folks. Try taking a wound sometime, lad. Sure, it's like hell's at first, but then you get to drink away the pain. Huh, what the? Why do you have to go and do that? Oh, bugger, now they'll take me wine away. Are you here to help me? I don't know what's wrong. I just can't. My lungs. I can breathe again. Bless you, sir. Bless you. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see, do we have anything to pull? Yes, we do. Cool. What's wrong with me? My wounds have closed, but I still feel so weak. What'd you do? You took something from me, something bad. I don't know what you did, but I'm glad you did it. Thank you. I get to this person. Over here. No. Let's go up and do this person up top first, and then I'll jump down for them. Can't sleep. Mama will eat me. Can't sleep. Mama will eat me. You've set me free. I no longer feel his eyes upon me. The army been the same since Cartno. Trojan said, the flesh is willing, but the spirit is weak. Say he's a superstitious git. What? What's this warmth? Did you do that? I thank you, whoever you are. Incredible, absolutely incredible. What you did for those patients was nothing short of miraculous. Their commanding officers will be pleased to hear that they can return to active duty. You and Alka-Zolka have my deepest thanks, Em. Let me just go back to the Marauders Guild. M. Rukusa Farusa tells me that your potent magic exceeded all expectation. Had a good time, did you? I thought you might. It warms my heart to see the two of you are making such great strides, and it reminds me that I must work harder to see that I am not left behind. For the nonce, I will resume my deciphering of Namian tablets. Though they have yielded an immense quantity of information of the scholarly arts, I remain confident that they contain an equally impressive wealth of tactical information. Lustrate is very good for these early levels. Eventually, you're wanting to do XCOG. Rather than use Lustrate specifically, but where next? What time is it? We got about 30 minutes left. Let's do the Bard. Quarry Mill. Jahantel assents to sing for you the ballad of the Vainglorious Fool. Welcome back, M. Your tranquil countenance, it's plain that both your body and soul are in readiness for the next stage of your journey. Very well, the time is ripe that I teach you the ballad of the Vainglorious Fool. The song tells the tale of an archer of the God's Quiver, whose peerless skill is surpassed only by his hubris. Alas, that hubris has led to the annihilation of his entire regiment at the battle which has come to be called the Massacre of Griffin's Crossing. Standing guard in dead of night, an archer weary of the sight, drunk on pride and starved of glory, forsook his post to claim victory. 10 yalms had the archer crept, when shrieks rang out whence his comrades slept. For he was not there to see the knives, or to ring the bell and save friends' lives. Tell me, M, what lessons can be learned from this tale? Ah, but hold that thought. Your tongue claims to understand interests What your tongue claims to understand interests me not. As before, I'd sooner have you demonstrate the fruits of your learning with bow in hand. This time, however, you shall have the pleasure of my company. I would have you escort me to the Gilmora ruins in the North Shroud. It is there that some few fallen from the massacre of Griffin's Crossing have been laid to rest. Pray honor this place of remembrance with a bouquet of lilies. Heed me, O puissant Althic. Cast thee back the reins to the firmament, that we may gaze upon the battles of yore. Puissant. Dun -dun. North Shroud. Hey, it's a bot. Bouquets such as these are often used as offerings to the dead. The enemy van. No, I cannot. Why? Why do I still draw breath? The sin of the past would beget another. Forgive me, M. All I had to do was kill the first guy. As you have doubtlessly noticed, I'm no longer capable of wielding a bow. They called the God's bow. I'd hoped that the years would take the edge off the memories, but I hoped in vain. Absolution does not come easily. Heed me well, M, for I shall reveal all to you. The man sung of in the ballad of the Vainglorious Fool, whose hubris doomed an entire regiment, he and I are one and the same. Being no stranger to the bow, you will know the archer's role in battle is that of support. His charge is to thin out the enemy line, that his comrades might gain ground in the field of battle. but that most basic of criteria, I was unfit to hold a bow from the first. In my pride and lust for glory, I sent countless souls to a bloody grave, good men and women all, with loved ones and bright futures awaiting them. I lost the will to live that day, becoming an empty husk of a man, tormented in sleep and wakefulness both by the memories of my crime. But the gods were not without mercy. They gifted me with song, that I might find a measure of solace in my wretched existence. A new melody resounds within you, I see. This outing was rather far departed from what I had in mind. That it still bore fruit gives me comfort. On that note, let us conclude the lesson. I dare say I have no cause to worry that you will repeat the self-same mistake as the vainglorious fool. I would be alone for a while. Take yourself back to camp. I shall make my own way there presently. Cool. Back to Quarry Mill. I'm glad to see you safely return. Though I rasp my voice hoarse through the saying of it, I cannot tell you enough times how much I regret dragging you into such danger. And yet there is more I would ask of you. If you would do me the kindness of lending your ear, then pray speak now. Alrighty. Good. More AoE. Pentel has a request for you. Will you listen to my request? Though you know me for the vainglorious fool I am humbled. The boon I ask of you is simple. What have you sing for me? Sure. A heartfelt performance, masterful indeed. Masterfully delivered, sorry. You have come far in such a short time, my young apprentice. Hearing your song this day, I'm convinced that you are well on your way to surpassing me, as a bard and archer both, seeing there will be naught left for me to impart to you. You have proven yourself worthy of the consecrated garments worn by the true bards of old to honor the keeper. I speak of the choral attire. The attire was entrusted to me when Puknopoki and I first met deep within the Twelveswood. The Mughal and I had traded scarce more than a handful of words when he proffered to me the attire along with the soul of the bard. At the time, I knew not the true power of song, so I declined the gifts, but Puknopoki would not be denied. For all his good humor, the Mughal can be as unmoving as a rock. The attire chooses the wearer, not the other way around, he insisted, and I found myself yielding to his will. In mastering the verses of war, I won a claim beyond my wildest dreams upon the field of battle, and for a time I was well pleased. Alas, my lust for glory knew no bounds, and the consequences of which you are already aware. It was in the wake of the massacre of Griffin's Crossing. Stricken with guilt, I wanted not more than the earth to open up to swallow me whole. I lost the will to live, though I was too craven to end it myself. I took to wandering aimlessly in search for a place to die, far away from the judging eyes of men. Disillusioned with the power of song, I committed an act of folly. I scattered the choral attire across the realm. Truly the attire chooses its wearer, I challenged, and it shall find its way back to me. Determined that I would not be proven wrong, I went to great pains to ensure the attire would never again see the light of day, and the pieces now rest in places of peril. Proud fool that I was, it would never cross my mind that mayhap another was meant to don it. I would entrust the choral attire to you, Em, but as you can see, you must needs brave the dangers to claim it. I shall mark its whereabouts on your map, but I can afford you no further aid beyond that. I'm deeply sorry that my folly of years past has entailed this burden upon you, but Althik works in mysterious ways. In his wisdom, it may be that he has sent this trial to test your spirit. I mean not for my sentiments to encumber you, but I am convinced that you are the one chosen by the choral attire. But pray do not take this as a license for complacency. Trials wouldn't be called such if they failed to tax one's abilities. Stay ever on your toes, Em. I would have you return whole of body and bearing the 4 parts of my sundered raiment. Heed me, O puissant Althik. Reverse thee the seasons turning, that we might gaze upon the battles of yore. Alrighty. Half Stone, Lenosha. Let's do Earth's Gift since it's right. I don't remember where Goldleaf Dais is. Shroud, okay. Deep in Sylphlands. But not the goblin, but underground, fighting the goblin. This thing over here. Goldleaf Dais. Dais, I think is how you actually pronounce that. Boom, 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 boom. Somebody needs these. Me. Dang it. Around just in time. Direction these are facing. Cool. Bonds push all the way over there. Okay. Been there yet. Like just yesterday we were over here killing these killer mantises. Part of our hunting log. Even that deep in. Alright, I know we haven't been up here, but we have been here. Basilisco. Boom, 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 boom. Pick it up at the side here. Come on. You can jump. There we go. Alrighty. Turn this in and then call it slightly early. So you have returned, sound of body and mind, I trust. You bear the 4 parts of the coral attire. I knew you for the true owner of these garments ere I heard your song. Since the day we met, your determination has reminded me of much that I have lost and would have again. I have at last settled my heart on the matter that has plagued me for some decades. When my preparations are complete, you shall know my decision. Until then, may your song lift the spirits of your allies, and your arrows seek the hearts of your foes. Cool deal. Let's head on back to Gridania real quick. That's gonna do it for today's stream. A little recap of what we've done so far, or what we did today. We did the Heavensturn seasonal event quest line, which was fun. We pulled the little fortune thing, the Omi something. I can't remember its exact name. And then we did the Scholar, the 2 quests for Scholar at level 45, and the 2 quests for Bard at level 45. So we still have, we've already done Black Mage, we've already done Bard, and we've already done Scholar. So we still have Monk, Paladin, Dragoon, White Mage, Warrior, and Summoner. So at least 1 more stream of Job Quest Roundup, if not 2 more. So just to try to think about how long these quests go, and the fact that there's 2 quests per job at level 45. But again, it also means that we're getting our item level up to a respectable level. So that's going to be good. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like on the way out, would again really help, whether you're watching live or watching the VOD. And if you would like to join next time live in this endeavor, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can get those go live notifications. And yeah, that'll be it for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time I see you.